And I pray the best for you. That's all I could do. But you're not gonna dictate or determine or change nothing in my life.
Okay, you guys, we are back with another highlight, and this time we are highlighting Cooking with Aisha, or Aisha. She is known for exactly what her name is, cooking. She goes live, she posts videos, she even has her own seasoning line, okay? Now, this stuck out to me at first because I saw a post, and I'm going to talk about the post in a minute that her admin put up. But then when I listened to a video that Aisha put up, it reminded me of another content creator story. And I don't know if she's referring to that content creator or another, but it seems that this is like an ongoing thing on social media platforms, where once they introduced a spouse to their audience, the audience was not going for it. And it sounds like Aisha is saying, y'all not about to dictate my life. But this brings me back, circling back to a question I asked before. Should your audience play a part in how you operate your page? I kind of look at social media for those who have created a business out this, and this is your livelihood. Ratings are important, and your ratings and your views is what's going to keep you paid. So if you have an abundance of people on your page that are like absolutely not for the new content, and it's causing you to lose followers, because right now she has 1.5 million followers. I don't know if she had more than that, but I'm going to keep a close watch to see if the number goes down or not, enough for us to notice. But should your audience dictate your content? She said she going to bring her man on, and if y'all don't want to see it, y'all need to click off. Now, here is the post that prompted me to go and figure out what was going on. Okay, the post read, "Hi everyone, this is Caroline, Aisha's admin, here to inform you that any future posts and lives for Cooking with Aisha will be visible to subscribers only for now, and thank you." Now, subscribers only is different from a follower on Facebook. This means you are paying a monthly subscription fee, which from my understanding is $4.99. And the people in the comment section was not very happy with this. Some people was like, I understand what you're doing. Other people were like, absolutely not. I've been following you for a long time. It was people saying they can't afford the monthly subscription. It was people telling her, like, if you can't handle the heat, then maybe you should stay out the kitchen. And then her admin was a little bit confusing with the way she was responding, because people were saying it's unfair, like, for her to go, subscriber only. And she was like, she's still going to be posting. But it was confusing because she had what she put into the original post. Now, she does go back later and change it to her lives are only going to be subscribers only. But prior to that, and I don't know if people have noticed yet, her changing it, they were really upset. And then it was conflicting because she was saying that it wasn't because of the heat that she was getting, but then in certain comments she was responding to, she would say, you have seen all the negativity and she's choosing peace. So is it that she's sick because she said she was feeling under the weather and just taking a break? Or is it because of the heat that she's catching from her choosing to be happy? Why is this an ongoing thing on social media? Why do people feel that they have a say-so on who the content creators bring on? Or do they really? What would you do as a content creator? I say this. Nobody got to listen to me. Do what you want to do. But I think you should make an informed decision. And when you know that this is your bread and butter, this is how you're paying your bills. And I don't know if that's the case for Aisha. Maybe she has a regular 9 to 5. But if this is her bread and butter, she might want to listen, because a lot of content creators that chose to stand on 10 toes for what they wanted to do end up taking a really big dump for their coins. They end up losing out on money and having to start from scratch trying to build it all back up. So is it worth it? I know that if this was me and my husband saw a decline and saw me going through stuff simply because I brought him on camera with me, he would just say, listen, we ain't got to go live together, because go ahead and get your coins. I know this your bread and butter. I'm not going to mess that up. Now, does other people have to move that way? Absolutely not. But what would you do in this situation? Let's go ahead and get into this highlight, and be sure to go follow me on YouTube if you're watching for Facebook, because you won't see the full highlight here. And be sure to like, share, and follow for more content like this. I feel like I talked a lot, but my bad. I had to fill y'all in and let y'all know what I was getting to. All right.
Thank you so much. Hey, Miss Stewart, I'm sorry if this your first live hopping on. I don't know if we'll be back live later. I don't feel well, so I'm going to be in the bed. But we going to have the food. We'll post the food. I forgot to post the plate for y'all last night, but y'all saw me make the pasta. Thank you so much, Miss Shirley. It definitely was. That's what some people don't. Child, listen, and I ain't trying to even explain it. When I tell you God bless me with my husband, he is the perfect person for me. And I'm not gonna get into details, but like I said, I've known this man over 30 years and he's always been a part of my life. It's just God just didn't let me see it until the time was right. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. But he knows me. He knows me in a way that nobody else does, and he knows how to speak to me, into my life. He knows how to help me to just be balanced and all that stuff. That's all that matters. Like he's the person that God has for me and had for me all along. He was preparing both of us for each other. Miss Thomas is in audio live. I am Miss Lily. I'm drinking some tea, but it sure is Miss Clara. That's why, child, we stand all the way out the way, because Miss Jean, it's Sunday. You coming on here acting up, but I love you. The boss definitely, girl, listen, these people these days, they so evil and cold, but the Bible said that the hearts of the people were gonna be waxed cold. And so people are just, they say anything, they do anything, they stealing, they're doing it, they're just doing all kind of stuff, child. They hateful, they spiteful, if you have a heart of flesh, it's different, because you don't understand how people can be a certain type of way. But at the same time, I know the Bible says that these times will come. So that's why I said I can love you even though your heart is cold, or if you're negative, or you're judgmental or spiteful, whatever. I can still love you. But I pray the best for you. That's all I could do. But you're not gonna dictate or determine or change nothing in my life. I'm gonna tell you, people, what they do is they just withdraw from people. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's another girl. It's a few people actually on social media. This other lady I saw, when she got engaged, the people did the same thing, y'all. They was so nasty to her. And I remember watching her lives, and I was like, Lord, why are these people being so nasty to this lady? And so I just sat back and watched it, and they did the same thing, and she stopped coming on social media. She just went on and just stopped coming on, because people just... But it's just the times that we're living in. That's all it is, y'all. It's not a shock or a surprise to me. It's really just the times we're living in. That's all it is. And we just have to understand that. When you understand that, you'll know how to maneuver yourself. That's what I'm doing, and I'm just going to continue to do what I do. I've been doing the same thing all these years. I've been cooking and doing the same thing, talking about the Lord. That's it. And sometimes, I said, my God will come on. Sometimes it'll be both of us. Sometimes it'll be just me. If you don't want to see it, just don't watch it. That's all I can tell you. But he's my other half, so I'm not going to let nobody tell me, oh, I don't want to see your husband. Well, then don't watch him. Just go ahead and just disengage. Just go to another page. It has nothing to do with, this is my life. People, I don't know what it is. People think they can control your life. They want to control their life and your life. I think about a parent that wants their child to do something. No, you lived your life as a parent. So now your child gets to live their life. You don't get to dictate or determine what your child does. And I've always been that way. I'm a very straightforward person. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm not finna live my life for you, and you get to live your life too. Or you don't get to go and run your page and come over here and run mine. That's not how life works. You can take it how you take it, but I'm too good of a person to let people do me any kind of way. That's why we in a whole nother place right now. We ain't got time for that. Life too short. Life is too short for you to be sitting back, being angry, upset, hateful, spiteful, and all that stuff, or unhappy. You have to do what makes you happy. Do what God is leading you to do in your life, and don't worry about the rest. And that's just where I'm at. I don't care about the rest, y'all. I just don't. God has blessed me, so that's all I care about. I'm going to just be honest. I could leave here today and I'm gonna be at peace. When I take my last breath, I ain't gonna be worried about another person. I ain't gonna be worried about what somebody got to say, had to say. Your opinion don't matter. Ain't nobody worried about you. Ain't nobody standing before you. You ain't God. You can have your opinion. You can have it, because I don't care. But your opinion doesn't dictate anything for nobody's life. Nobody's going to change what they do or how they live or who they love or who they married to for you. That's the only thing I be like, Lord, people are something else. But you know what? When you think about the Bible, if you go back and read the Bible, people have always been the way they are right now. They've always been judgmental. They've always wanted to run people's life and all that stuff. You just got to go back and read, because that's one of the reasons I love the Bible stories, especially the Old Testament. That's why I call people a Pharisee. If I call you a Pharisee, it's because you act in a certain type of way. You can't tell nobody what to do. You can't judge nobody. You got a Pharisee spirit.